One Piece is filled with colorful, interesting, and unforgettable characters. Each individual is endowed with unique traits and abilities. Most major characters get moments to shine and become fan favorites, but today's list focuses on those who have gained immense popularity, even without much direct involvement in the current story. From silent subordinates with unmistakable style, to legendary figures whose mere presence can shake a man to his core, to those who hide in the shadows quietly shaping the world, and to those seemingly erased from the pages of history. These mysterious characters keep fans anticipating what the latest revelation about them will be. Today, we're taking a look at the 10 epic characters that are still a mystery in One Piece. Be sure to stick around until the end so you don't miss a thing. We'll start our list with a silent character whose aura suggests he's far more than a mere subordinate of a living legend. Bogard is the silent swordsman who follows Vice Admiral Garp when he sets sail on assigned missions. He's the coat-draped figure who's always at the Vice Admiral's side when needed. His first appearance is in Logue Town, standing calmly beside his superior, and his later seen in flashbacks from Roger's era. He's usually a step behind, signature hat lowered slightly over his eyes, and his hand never far from his katana. He's never shown without his hat, but his overall outfit gives off a cool, gangster-era vibe. Officially, he's a commissioned Marine officer, but functionally he's Garp's right-hand man, the one who keeps things running when the Vice Admiral is off on his solo stints. He's tall, lean, moves like someone who spent decades drilling multiple sword forms, and carries himself with the quiet discipline the old hero lacks. He has been with Garp since his prime and was also seen with him at God Valley. We've only seen a single brief demonstration of his skill, the training scene with Koby and Helmeppo, where Bogard casually disarms Koby and shows off remarkably clean sword technique with minimal movement. That tiny glimpse is enough for fans to scale him way up, since anyone personally attached to Garp is assumed to be monstrous. He's also one of the few Marines who seems to question Garp's leniency toward Luffy, hinting at a stricter, more regulation-minded personality. Because the story never focuses on him, fans have built a bit of a cult around Bogard as the secret monster swordsman who hasn't had his big moment yet. That combination, mysterious design, implied power, and connection to a legend, is exactly the kind of thing fans latch onto in the series. Bogard isn't the only right-hand man who hasn't had his time in the spotlight, but though his screen time is minimal, his appearances give off a mysterious yet powerful presence. Ben Beckman is introduced alongside Shanks in Fusha Village, lounging on barrels with a rifle and a cigarette. The show hasn't shown much of the Yonko crew, but their few appearances make it obvious that he's the brains of the Red Hair Pirates. Beckman calmly analyzes situations, keeping Shanks's more playful tendencies in check. We see him effortlessly beat up bandits during the bar incident, in a relaxed, almost lazy way. His design, grey hair pulled back, long rifle in hand, and a sharp gaze, sells the idea that he's both a tactician and an elite fighter. It's also worth noting that he often uses his rifle as a club instead of shooting it, underscoring how laid back he is. One of his key moments comes at Marineford, when he appears on the rubble as part of Shanks' arrival. When Admiral Kizaru sees the Heart Pirates escaping with the unconscious Luffy, he tries to stop them with a light beam, but is stunned to find Beckman nearby, aiming his rifle at him. The fact that he didn't sense Beckman approaching shocks the high-ranking Marine. Acknowledging how dangerous Beckman is, Kizaru jokes about how scary he is and stands down instead of continuing his attack. This also shows how immensely powerful the Red Hair Pirates are, that even Marine admirals hesitate to fight them head-on. Ben Beckman is popular because he represents the archetype of the right hand who could be a captain, similar to Rayleigh of the Roger Pirates or Zoro of the Straw Hats, quiet, deadly, and completely loyal. The anime hasn't shown his full power yet, but the respect he gets from top tiers makes many fans view him as one of the strongest non-captain pirates in the series. The next character has an even shorter appearance in the show, but has made fans wonder how significant his role is, as he is said to hold a high-ranking position in the world government. Currently one of the most mysterious figures within the Marines, Kong, appears in the series mostly on the margins of history and government scenes. But even so, his presence is heavy. He's the towering, strong-jawed old man shown in a gilded office at Mary Joa. Introduced as the commander-in-chief of the world government's entire military, his rank is even above Fleet Admiral Sengoku. In flashbacks around the Ed War and Roger's execution, he's referenced as the Fleet Admiral of that era, the man in charge when legends like Garp, Sengoku, and the future Yonko were still fighting for their place in the world. In the anime, his most notable role is as a symbol of the older generation of Marines, the ones who carried the world through Roger's era and then ceded the battlefield to the current admirals. We see him ordering the former Fleet Admiral to keep the Shichibukai system under control and try to hold the world together after Marineford. That seriousness, plus his insane physique even as an old man, makes fans assume he was a monster in his prime. It's also a mystery what kind of powers or abilities he possesses. If ever it was revealed that he has devil fruit abilities, that could possibly lead to several epic moments or flashbacks in the show. Although the series hasn't shown him in any fights as of now, the hype around this character is already strong because he's presented as Sengoku's predecessor. It's uncertain whether Kong will return in the final war, or whether he'll be an ally or a foe to the Straw Hats, but one thing is certain, this commander-in-chief will prove a grave threat to whoever he faces. At the center of the world government are nobles considered gods by blood, and among them is an old man who exudes a distinctly sinister aura. In the show's recent episodes, Vigeland Garling appears first in the God Valley flashbacks and later during the Reverie era. In the Holy Land scenes, he's shown as a celestial dragon unlike the usual pampered nobles. Introduced as a former champion of the God Valley tournament and later as the supreme commander of the God's Knights, Garling may be the most elite fighter among the celestial dragons. He's tall in stature, with bizarre spiked blonde hair and a knight-like aesthetic that makes him stand out from the other helmet-wearing nobles. In a recent flashback, Garling is seen at God Valley, presiding over the native hunting game with cold, aristocratic cruelty. The way other nobles defer to him, plus his fighting title, signals that he's not just an aristocrat but a top-tier combatant with very strong haki. The Vigeland name, which has significant ties to Red Hair Shanks, fuels intense fan speculation about Garling's role in Shanks' past. He has quickly become popular precisely because he represents the fighting side of the Celestial Dragons, a noble who goes to battle and commands warriors instead of hiding behind them. His air of knightly menace and his likely connection to Shanks give him a ton of presence despite his brief introduction. The next character on this list has been a fan favorite ever since the first arc of the show. But before we continue, we would like to ask for your support by clicking the like and subscribe button. As true fans of the series, we would like to continue making videos about One Piece to share with other fellow enthusiasts. Thank you so much, and now let's get on with the list. Known as the world's greatest swordsman, Dracule Mihawk's first appearance at Baratie is one of the coolest entrances in the series. He arrives alone, calmly sailing in a tiny coffin-shaped boat through a devastated fleet. Then he steps into the restaurant to answer Don Krieg's attack out of sheer boredom. His defining trait is his status as the best in the world. Wielding the Black Blade Yoru, one of the 12 supreme-grade swords, he casually cleaves Krieg's flagship in half with a lazy slash. Afterwards, he humbles the inexperienced Roronoa Zoro using only a tiny dagger worn as a cross. That duel, with Zoro's 3 swords screaming against Mihawk's knife, cemented him as a legend in many fans' minds. Later, we see Mihawk at Marineford as one of the former Shichibukai. There, he seemingly tests Luffy's current strength by sending a flying slash so powerful it threatens his life. Even amid the chaos, he comes off more as an observer than as an ally of either side. Post-time skip, it's revealed that he trained Zoro, indirectly giving him much of the credit for Zoro's current level of strength. Mihawk has become a fan favorite because he serves as Zoro's end goal and rival for the title of world's greatest swordsman. Calm, stylish, monstrously strong, he's often framed as a villain, but that hasn't been established and remains to be seen. At the present arc, he is now a member of Cross Guild, nominally headed by the infamous Buggy the Clown, who is actually a figurehead for Mihawk and fellow ex-Shichibukai Crocodile. Whether Mihawk is the real power behind Cross Guild is unclear and his true intentions remain shrouded in mystery. this making him one of the most anticipated figures to take the spotlight in future chapters. When it comes to rivalries, Mihawk has a long-standing one with a certain pirate who has yet to make his move in the New World. He often appears at the very last minute, alongside what is arguably the strongest pirate crew at present. Shanks' very first appearance in Luffy's flashback is foundational to the entire series. The easygoing red-haired pirate who drinks, jokes, and lets kids mess with his treasure suddenly turns terrifyingly serious when a bandit threatens the young Luffy. It is during this time his most significant scene happens. Shanks saves Luffy from a Sea King, sacrificing his arm to save him. The pirate smiles as he says it's just an arm, and it's nothing compared to his life. This establishes his role as Luffy's inspiration to become a great pirate someday. Shanks rarely appears in the show, but he often shows up at the climax of major events. He was the one who stopped Kaido from interfering at Marineford, blocking the Beast Pirates from joining the battle. If they hadn't stopped them from joining the fight, the outcome of the war might have changed drastically. Shanks later walks into the battlefield alone and ends the war with a single statement, making both sides stand down. Long before the events at Marineford, he briefly clashes with Whitebeard and splits the sky with his conqueror's haki. This was one of the first clear showcases of his strength, as he was able to hold up against a pirate dubbed as the strongest man in the world. The true extent of Shanks' power isn't fully disclosed in the show yet, but in a scene where Admiral Ryukugyu goes to Wano after the defeat of Kaido, Shanks shows up and releases a powerful wave of haki just by unsheathing his sword. This made the high-ranking Marine back out as he knows he couldn't defeat an Emperor of the Sea. In the episodes that follow, we also see Eustace Captain Kidd arriving on Elbaf to face Shanks. Here we briefly witness his immense strength as he strikes Kidd down with a single blow. Though his past and his true powers are still unknown, his role in the final arc is secure as he is one of the major characters pursuing the mysterious One Piece. While Shanks was Luffy's mentor and inspiration to become a pirate, there is another figure in Luffy's life who shakes the world order, someone the world government calls the most wanted man in the world. Monkey D. Dragon's first appearance has always been a mystery in the first arc of the show. A mysterious cloaked man in Logtown who intervenes when Smoker captures Luffy, calling down a storm and wind that lets the Straw Hat crew escape to the Grand Line. At that time we only know him as a strange man who laughs at Luffy's boldness. It's only later that the anime reveals that he's the leader of the Revolutionary Army, the man trying to overthrow the entire world government and, more shockingly, Luffy's father. Every time the scene takes you to the revolutionaries' base, his strong presence can make people assume his power is on another level. His notoriety also implies that he is a force that the world government sees as a grave threat. Ability-wise, the series has yet to reveal any form of his power. He was never shown in any fight scenes and there are no hints to whether he is a devil fruit user or not. But several clues lean into a weather or wind-type power, first seen on the dramatic storm at Logtown. Dragon also appears to have heavy winds around him when he first appeared. Whether that's a devil fruit ability, a unique type of haki, or something else, we will have to wait and see. From the first generation being the legendary Monkey D. Garp, this family will surely be one of the strongest in the world. It may seem that his moment is still a long way off, but the contrast between Luffy's carefree attitude and Dragon's stoic demeanor makes every glimpse of this character feel more important. The final three characters on this list are more enigmatic than those before them. Several are shown only in silhouette and have not yet appeared in full, yet each plays a key role in the series' final arc. In the series, the man with the burn scar, or Hinakizu in Japanese, is more of a rumor than a character. He's first mentioned in the Wano post-arc conversations between Kid, Killer, and their crew when they talk about the race for the One Piece after the fall of 2 Yonko. Captain Kidd mentions a mysterious figure with a burn scar who supposedly appears in a pitch-black ship. He is tied to one of the road poneglyphs, possibly holding information crucial to reaching Laugh Tale. Being called a man with a burn scar has that ominous, pirate legend flavor. He was also mentioned by Blackbeard saying a similar tale as Kidd, making the speculation of him being a key player in the last arc of the series even stronger. Most of what people say about him are fan theories, some linking him to Jaguar D. Saul, the giant who saved Nico Robin from O'Hara, and some say that he could be Dragon of the Revolutionary Army, as he has a burn-like tattoo on his face. Some also speculate that he could be the Golden Lion Shiki, making his comeback, or he may just be a whole new character that hasn't been introduced yet. If this character truly possesses one of the road poneglyphs, he will surely cross paths with Luffy sooner or later. Either way, a man who can sink ships with whirlpools is a force to be reckoned with. The next powerful character is on a whole other level compared to anyone in the series, and he may have been pulling the strings from the very beginning. Emu is one of the most significant late-stage revelations in the series. He first appears during the Reverie arc, wandering the dark vaults of Pangaea Castle and entering the Chamber of Flowers. We see Emu examine the wanted posters of Luffy, Blackbeard, and others, giving a foreboding tone to his character. He then sits on the empty throne, a seat that according to the entire world, is supposed to remain vacant so no single person can rule over all nations. Later in the series, it was shown that the 5 elders kneel before Emu, calling him the true sovereign, instantly revealing the true figure behind the world government. More recently, in the anime's Egghead era flashbacks, we see Emu's silhouette as he targets the Lulusia Kingdom. He appears to command a terrifying ancient weapon that releases beams from the sky, obliterating an entire island and leaving nothing but a smoking crater. Though many antagonists have been introduced in the series, none evoke as chilling a presence as Emu. He exudes an archaic-like evil aura, as if he has existed since the ancient era. Not much has been shown about his powers, but his close connection to the Gorosei suggests he uses them to carry out his will. Whether or not Emu is the final villain of the series, his origins are more intriguing than his actual powers. Since he is likely to have the deepest connection to the past, knowing who he really is plays a significant part in answering the mysteries of the Void Century. Before we reveal our final character on this list, I would like to add an honorable mention. A pirate many One Piece fans know very well, and is believed to provide a major plot twist to the story in the future. Buggy the Clown starts as sort of a comic relief type of villain. He is a flashy clown pirate with the Chop Chop fruit, which lets him split his body into pieces and fly them around independently. Luffy eventually defeats him, but he will make several appearances in future arcs of the series. During the Marineford arc, he accidentally becomes a hero to the escaping prisoners, stacking reputation points just by being at the right place and screaming at the right time. He also becomes one of the Shichibukai, and an even bigger title was given to him as one of the new Yonko with his new group the Cross Guild after the Wano arc. But many people speculate that the author is saving something special for him, as he seems to be a favorite character of his. The fact that he was aboard Roger's ship with Shanks when they were young could imply that he has a hidden ability or maybe even an unexpected origin. Buggy can become the biggest surprise in the series, or he could ultimately be its final laughing point, but as many followers of One Piece know, anything can happen in this anime, and it can sometimes turn out to be surprisingly great. Joy Boy is almost entirely a figure of ancient legend, mentioned in poneglyphs and by characters who've learned fragments of the Void Century's history. We first hear of him in Robin's research and in the narrative surrounding Fishman Island. He is said to have lived during the Void Century and left an apology on a poneglyph to the mermaid princess of that time. Neptune and the royal family talk about Joy Boy as a key to a prophecy, tying him to both the ancient ship and the eventual arrival of someone who will lead the world into a new dawn. Later, in the final parts of the Wano arc, Joy Boy is linked more heavily to the idea of a foreseen entity who will bring a massive change to the world. With characters like Zunisha reacting emotionally to Luffy's awakened power, he mentions Joy Boy's return as finally arrived. The series deliberately keeps things vague, showing only hints, ancient laughter, prophetic lines, and connections to a giant robot that has been waiting for his master's return for hundreds of years. All this while making it clear that Joy Boy is central to the true history Roger discovered. Fans are obsessed with this mysterious figure because he's both a person and a symbol, the original liberator whose will may now be carried by Luffy. Every time Joy Boy is named in the anime, it feels like a drumbeat signaling that the simple pirate story has always been building toward a mythic world-shaking destiny. And that's where we'll leave these shadows of the One Piece world, for now. What are your thoughts about these mysterious individuals? Do you agree or disagree with our list? Or maybe we've forgotten to include someone that should be mentioned as well? Drop your thoughts and wildest theories in the comments, as we would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click like and subscribe to get more One Piece content like this. Thank you for watching, my fellow One Piece fans, and I will see you all on the next one.